Let's check in.
Are we back?
Hello. Let's look at our Twitters. It's working now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give it a retweet.
Little blip. Tweet screen.
Dude, is this the first weekend show?
It's the first weekend stream we've ever done.
First ever in history.
Oh my god, the first ever
It's a
streamed.
historic event.
I was actually going to ask you guys if you want to start just doing this rather than like scrunching these in the morning, because I know I like having a set schedule, and with all of the random like back end team meetings, Marty and you know, team meetings, just like everything else scattered around. Might be better if we shift it and do like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We can see. Might work. See our viewership today.
I like the schedule, but we can try.
Keep people active on the weekend. Keep them trading on the weekend. Dude, people just start trading at futures open now. Like Sunday night. Like, I don't know, dude. All these crypto guys I talk to, they've just been playing the TradFi book. Taking Saturdays off and then trading Sundays.
They traded oil futures for a week, and now they act like
Yeah, silver, then oil, and now they're pros. Now they're boomers.
What's been happening this last week? We haven't streamed since I came back from France, have we?
How was the France?
No, we haven't. Yeah, tell us about it.
You know, one thing I like and appreciate about Cannes is that everything is very central. Like you can walk to just about anything. So the event was in like a place that was pretty central to where most people were staying, where a lot of restaurants were, where the beach was. So it made it really easy to go between the conference center and side events like during the day. You know, like, and I don't mean like the happy hour type events, but like during the day, a lot of the conferences they'll have like, you know, Arbitrum had a day and had a little event where they had speakers and meeting other people from Arbitrum community and foundation, and stuff like that. So it makes it really easy to go and see speakers you want to see, and then leave, go see, you know, go to other events, meet people you want to meet there, see those talks, and you know.
How was the vibe though? How was the overall vibe?
The vibes were good, dude. The vibes were good.
Like I saw a lot of shit on Twitter, but like builders are building, teams are building. You know, what was the boots on the ground feeling?
It felt like I would say like similar attendance numbers almost as like Denver, but the vibes were, like everyone was in good spirits. It wasn't like people were there like moping around like, oh shit, it's near.
Maybe because of the place, because of the weather.
Could be, but I mean Denver wasn't bad when we were there.
Got any alpha?
What happened with this Chaos Labs and Aave?
They did. I'm trying to think if Chaos Labs was responsible for the one vault, not Aave related, but vault that had gotten hit with something. But I know that they recently just put out a statement saying they were like stepping away from developing stuff with Aave.
Yeah, like that seems crazy.
Gauntlet or something. That was
no. I'm talking about the guys.
Thinking about that. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the Chaos Labs. They were like, I don't know. Aave Foundation was like, oh, we'll give you $5 million for the year, and then they didn't accept it, and then they're just splitting ways. I don't necessarily know what they're going to do next, but it seems like a lot of these big Aave contributors gave up. not gave in, gave up, I
Yeah, they're
guess, right?
switching. They're switching custody of who owns the security contracts, I guess, or just the whole thing. And they made V4. V4 is live. I haven't used it.
It just seems like a weird thing. Like a lot of their big contributors are just gone, like overnight. You know, like in a week.
Well, you had the OG Labs. I'm trying to think of what their name was, but they recently did not renew their contract and stepped away. I know they might still be there because of the transitioning period, like BVG or something.
Okay.
And then now Chaos Labs. So something's going on behind the scenes.
That we don't see.
Question the direction they're going. Maybe hands they're shaking or leadership in general.
Yeah, weird thing. Something to pay attention to for sure.
Especially if you have money on there.
My Alpha Denton, I tweeted to you. I mean, I posted to you in the Eden chat the other day. What kind's next update?
Oh,
It might be
yeah, that someone was saying, like, imagine if crypto projects advertised this way.
It would be hilarious.
I forgot to tell you to reply to it.
I would have replied with that. I mean, I still will. It's only like
Yeah.
a day or two old. Yeah, it still didn't seem like I didn't see a lot of new things that were coming up. I talked with there's a guy named Jeff on X. He previously was with Olympus, and him, Big D, and Rect, they have this app called Swap Royale. I'm not endorsed by them or anything. I'm just giving you some insight into new products I saw while I was out there. And they have a test flight app. It's like a fantasy trading contest, real-time prices like in the app for you to trade with. You get, I don't know if it right now because it's in beta, that you can earn like on platform credit as well as earn money from the pots. But there's like daily or weekly lottery type pots that happen, and then actual trading ones where you're trading against other people.
What platform is this?
It's on iPhone.
Mm.
Like a little iOS app.
Okay.
What chain is it?
What chain is it? I don't know. I don't know what chain it's on. If it's on a chain. They've
Maybe no chain.
Yeah, very possible no chain. I've only traded with the money that's been allotted to my account and money that I've won. So my balance lives in their server somewhere.
Nice. You guys see how the market bounced after the ceasefire, even though nobody held up the ceasefire?
Yeah, it's just going in a positive direction, right? Like nobody upheld it, but
look, the S&P is almost at the all-time high at this point.
yeah, we were talking about this yesterday with Ace and Little Quant, right? Like crypto's down 50%, but everything in TradFi tech is a little different, right? But like S&P is down like 2 or 3%. Qs are down just a few percent.
2% down from all-time high.
Amazon just absolutely ripped the past. It's like down 8% from all-time high. It just absolutely ripped faces when it came out with their AI data centers and how much profit they're making. CoreWeave was up like 12% yesterday. They do the software needed to run the data center. All these guys were just absolutely ripping yesterday. Brazilian markets all-time high. IBOV, the Brazilian version of SPY, I guess. The only real tech one that's really slumped is Oracle. After all that TikTok data, US TikTok news, and all this, they're down a lot.
I mean,
Like,
probably all the
a lot.
software as a service stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Adobe
Oracle's
is
down
probably still down.
60% or something. Like, down
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Any software as a service like Adobe is really down bad as well.
Figma, all those guys are screwed for sure.
Yeah.
AI is coming for them all.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they're not bouncing at all.
Yeah.
What have you been building?
I'm looking at Adobe and Oracle. I want to release my portfolio / budgeting thing as like a hosted app and give it to like a limited amount of people just to get some feedback. Because I don't want to be like, I'm not ready to like monetize it, and I don't want to be paying hosting for like a lot of users. And the other app I released, like the flights thing, is like only self-hosted, so that's why I just want to experiment with like actually hosting a website, getting some users. Are you
Cozy,
getting
how many you have?
Cozy? Are you getting feedback from people? Are you getting users constantly talking to you?
I wouldn't say like constantly, but yeah, I get like people file PRs and issues like on
Nice.
film, and
Is anyone paying still?
yeah, my MMR is up. You know,
There we go.
I'm in the $100 a month club, right?
Whoa.
Doing big things now.
Nice.
I think 120.
I don't know how you guys do that 9 to 5 shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more just cool because like any people that do reach out and like want something, like it's fun for me to work through adding it, right? Like it's not like
Yeah,
when
it's
you have,
motivating.
yeah, when you have like a project, you know, like we'll say something like Kyan, right? Like you don't want people constantly flooding you with features because you have your own like vision for like what this thing's going to be. But for something like Tome, where like the vision was very simple, and like it's not even though the project itself is like evergreen and like I'll always be adding and updating things like here and there, it was a finished product after the second day. You know, like I didn't need to do anything else to it. The only things that I started adding were people reaching out to me in DMs and saying, hey, like they're telling me about their use case and saying like it'd be really cool if Tome did this. So like I was like, okay, you know what? Let me like move it from like just a self-hosted model to like I'll set up cloud service and DNS and like let people and I'll host it for them if they want.
Yeah, people were asking for that, but I was too lazy to set it up.
It's Cloudflare. It's super easy. And
Yeah, I'll do it.
And yeah, then like really every feature since then has been and even a lot of the bug fixes that I've done have been because people file issues on GitHub and I'll see it and I just try to like make it a point to fix whatever people find within like 24 hours. Like I don't like to let things sit there. I think that's one of the
I also made like a simple markdown viewer so that like when I talk to Claude, I tell it to summarize things or like make a readme. And I was just using the default Mac like text edit, and I didn't want to use VS Code where
why don't you
I like use it. I just wanted like a custom thing that's like a lightweight app with a few themes that I like, and I just felt like making it. It took like 30 minutes.
I asked because I thought about doing this and then I realized like my browser is always open, so like it doesn't make sense for me to build.
Nah, dude, my fucking browser is like taking like 30 gigabytes of memory because I have so many tabs and I keep looking for tabs to close and I don't know what to close.
You know, this is really
and I have 3 browsers open, and listen, it's a big problem for me. So the less browser apps, the better for me.
All right, so I've been because I'm like more and more just like doing things in like my terminal. I have been trying to do the same. Like I have so much workload and like processing being allocated to like whatever I'm doing in the 3 to 4 panes that I've opened up. That like I don't need Spotify draining fucking more battery, more memory, more resources. So I've been building a bunch of CLI tools that that uh, are, I think, much more beautiful um, individual apps that you can run right in your CLI. So if you want
Yeah,
to,
I love CLI apps, dude.
I'll send
I
you
like
a
how
CLI.
the terminal app looks for Claude so much compared to like the normal one.
The one I use has like a cool music visualizer that I made. Like
Yeah, give me that.
process monitor.
Give me that.
I'll send it to you.
Wait, can you somehow set it up with a Spotify account, you think, or probably not?
No, you can. That's what mine has. It has Last.fm,
Ooh,
Spotify, and
Huge.
give me that.
That's big.
internet
Yeah,
radio.
dude, I still use Last.fm.
I'm gonna
I
release it today or tomorrow. This one
I've been using Last.fm since 2007.
oh, so you have a lot of Scrabbles or whatever the fuck they call them.
I had like a couple users, like it's like a newer account, so but I mean at this point it's not new, so it does have a lot of Scrabble.
Yeah, so I just like I wanted to build more in terminal interfaces uh, that are actually like fun to use and look at, right? Because like I think a lot of the
Yeah,
problem with the terminal apps that exist is like they were built back when like there was no incentive really to do that, like, and it took a lot of time because AI tools weren't the way they are now. And I don't think a lot of people have spent time rebuilding new apps and interfaces for that. So it's a rabbit hole I've went down, and I have a few hobby projects I've been building out. One of them though, I'm gonna be done with today or tomorrow, and I will send you the repo before I
nice.
make any announcements about it, because that one you'll love. It's focused on being like a visual experience right in your terminal that can play and is synchronized with like whatever music is coming through.
Yeah, I love shit like that.
And because I had other ones that like they were pretty basic. There's like a few like different in terminal like music apps and stuff, but they all look like they are from like the 90s, and the functionality
Yeah,
was like really weird for it. And the
yeah,
visualizer isn't the primary like focus of it, right? Like it's
yeah.
just,
It's not the hook.
and then like maybe a quarter to a fifth of the terminal space is for the actual like visual interface.
Yeah,
And it's like if you're staring at a terminal for fucking 8 to 10 hours a day, like you need
yeah.
type of
I have
stimulus.
like 7 terminal windows open.
Yeah.
I do them different colors for every different project, like blue, red,
I'll send you my dot.
green, black.
Yeah, send me that. Send me that. I want to see like I need to get mine more organized. Mine's like I just have fucking tabs open. It's like Jesus Christ, like terminals open. It's like, man, my brain fucking hurts.
It's it's not that organized. It's just color coded. That's it's just use the themes. I think you have some by default, like new window with profile. If you right click on terminal.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just always use Homebrew.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, dude, I started running out of RAM, and I have like 64 gigs. It's a Mac. It's a like M3 Pro Max,
Yeah, it
and
should be plenty.
I'm running all my browsers in the terminal windows and Docker, and then if I open a game, it just like stalls.
Dead.
I need
Yeah.
to like close down things to play a game. This is like some Windows XP shit. Like the browsers are taking too much RAM. It's like, I don't know. Like why is every tab like 500 megabytes?
Yeah, I don't understand why like
300
Chrome and
megabytes.
yeah, all these Safari, all like just to run a fucking web page is like, oh, just because people have more RAM means like
Yeah,
that
and
it's
it's like a
okay.
wiki, like a little wiki page or something, and it's like
Yeah, it's like
300
text.
megabytes, 500 megabytes. It's like the people making computer hardware are like extremely advanced, like engineers who are creating miracles out of like metals in the earth, and then the people making software are just taking a shit on it.
Yeah, it's like guys, we're making innovative products, and it's like, sorry, yeah, your Chrome is 5 gigabytes, one tab. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I got inspired by like all of the you see a lot of terminal theming and even like the Oh My Posh stuff so you can make your so you can give your terminal or tmux like an even fresher, more like modern look to it or match like whatever theme you're picking if you're running it in Ghosty. But you can really like, you know, make your terminals look any way you want. So why and if you have, you know, this issue where your browsers are now like draining gigabytes of fucking memory from your computer, then why not like humans will just are just going to conform to like what the new way of like grabbing information is, right? And like we're making client tools for every fucking like service that exists right now so that agents can interact with it. It only makes sense that we start transferring the other service we into the CLI terminal.
But what's like your setup now? Like, okay, you wake up in the morning, like, not Cayenne. If you're to just focus on tone, right? Like, or like a coding day, you like, what's that setup like? Because I'm always interested to hear how people have it set up.
All right, so it depends what it is. Like if there's one set of skills I think are like really useful for pre-vetting, and it's one reason why like when people complain about how retarded Claude is, um, one of I think the biggest like issues they have is they don't have a harness or guardrail set up to drive like Claude to be thinking the way that they want it to be thinking. They don't have any loops in place for it to be challenging its own like assertions and questioning its own like decisions while they're planning, right? Before they're actually like
Mhm.
code. And then there's no questioning of like the code quality, right? Like one of the things that happens in like my cycle is that once like a I use beads and slices. There's like this whole model for like breaking down tasks into like separate beads that are individual like subtasks and slices being like the larger kind of task set that could be pushed as a PR with everything. And once it's done, once like the agents are done with the slice, then like there's a review stage before anything gets committed where they have to ask themselves like if they'd be proud of the code that was written, right? And there's an
Mm.
adversarial agent that like is trying to find things that are wrong with it. That's its whole like job, is just at this stage it's using all of its context to like make notes of what is wrong or why things should be different. And the downside is it creates a much longer timeline in like development because you're just like churning and burning like tokens and time on these like review stages that are happening while things are ideating and while things are like, you know, while the plan is put out. uh every time that like, you know, you get to this new step, it like runs through the process again where it's like challenging itself and challenging the steps and decisions and like, you know, the tech that is going to be used. And when you do this, it allows you to not completely like one shot like all of your steps. There are obviously refinement processes, but if you think of it as like the whole process being laid out from start to finish, you can essentially like quote unquote one shot it through the process because after it's finally like giving you something finished, it's already been through there's already end-to-end tests set up. There's smoke testing for like every feature that it has to go through. A lot of time there's a manual review. So you're being pulled in to like do certain tests to make sure that it works throughout the process. So it's like by the time that it's actually giving you the final product, you've already inserted yourself a few times to like check on the status, to re-steer like decisions that are being made, and you usually don't have to go back and like change too much.
Okay. Yeah, I think that that's the problem, right? People just trust it blindly and like, okay, Claude one shot this, and you're like, man, like it needs like
The
a logic loop. I don't know how else to
I
say it.
had I
Usually
told it
two
I
terms.
told it basically, I asked it, would an experienced developer build it this way? And he was like, I'll be honest with you, no.
Yeah, the funny
Because it did something where it like set up the memory of the trips in like local storage for the browser. So if you wipe the cookies, it's gone. And I was like, would anyone like naturally ever make it this way? And he's like, no. So I'm like, I added that to Claude MD, like make sure you're doing something that makes sense for anyone. Like, like take system architecture into account. Like, like there's so many
Have
ways to
some thoughts here,
build a
guys.
project in like a hack way that nobody would naturally do because nobody learns that way.
yeah. But like I use Ghosty because I like customizing my stuff. I usually run it's like a 4-pane setup, but two of the panes are terminal windows. One of them is running Claude in like whatever I'm doing, or and it. I should also say that like whenever I'm doing these things, it's usually like a multi-agent workflow where there's Claude and there's Codex agents that are involved.
Is
And
there a way for them to talk to each other? Like, not a,
there's a
yeah, like I want them to work together and talk to each other instead of me. I want them to work through problems instead of me just sitting there like,
yeah, look up
hey
agent mail.
guys, what is it?
Agent mail.
Agent mail. Okay.
Yep. And that'll allow them like in your team up sessions to, you know, quote unquote communicate with each other. And yeah, I have one that I'm like running my Claude, in whatever project, and then my other terminal is either like using Claude to like think through some other things, or it's just like my naked terminal to run whatever, like commands I have to run in it. And then if I need like another one, then I just open up a new tab and switch over, to that being like a bigger single one. The other thing is like if depending on like the depth of the project, I really
Mm.
like Froggy's thing that he made called Stoneforge. And what you can do is like you it's for orchestrating a whole like team of agents to work through like a bigger project. So like let's say Tome was something I was actually planning out doing. It wasn't
Okay.
like, I wanted to build like the bigger, better Mintlify, and I had like I'd been planning this for months, and I had like a very detailed plan where all the tasks were already like broken down. So these beads essentially, you can feed those into um, his app that he's made, and then you can assign different types of agents to those tasks. And then there's like an orchestrator research agent that kind of manages all them, but they will go through and they also have like quality gate checks where they will loop and iterate on the tasks that they're doing until it's passed through all these like graded lenses. And then it will stage it and have it ready for you to merge, or it will auto merge for you. So that one's really cool if you have already put in the time to kind of think through what you're trying to build, and you have a plan written out of like what tasks need to be done. And you could do that with Claude, right? Like you could say like, hey, write me a detailed development plan, or development like implementation plan for building whatever, like folder you have it in.
Yeah, I think that like somehow either it was you or somebody had explained it to me. Is like they're dumb, and like think about it. It's like a PhD guy who's only good at one thing, but you really have to give them context, or they just go out and do their own shit. They don't check anything. They don't, build it correctly, right? So you still need like some human intervention in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think they're all retarded. There's always people saying like, we'll be telling you how retarded Claude is and like how they use, other codex users, but it's like, dude, they're both fucking retarded. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're still not the smartest. Some news just came.
Talk to me.
What happened?
They said negotiations hit stalemate over the Strait. U.S. military says it's began setting conditions for clearing the mines in the Strait. The U.S. military says 2 warships transited the Strait and are operating in the Gulf. So there was a wick of something. Wick up a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. They hit a stalemate, but people are progressing. It's progressing.
Mm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, what's been going on? I was out, in France for a week, and then I'm just kind of out of commission for most of this week. What has been happening in the markets? Seemingly good news. BTC over 73K.
There's ceasefire talks were working. Everybody, like, let's call it since the end of, let's just say the beginning of the month, like 10 days, everybody has been buying puts, and every day it's been going up and up. I mean, Bitcoin's up what, like 10-12% from the lows over the past couple of weeks. There was like Judgment Day, which was Tuesday or whatever. I think it was Tuesday night, US time. Trump was like, the whole civilization's going to die if they don't, accept the ceasefire. And so everybody was aping puts, buying puts, thinking that he was going to drop a nuke. And then it was like, oh, they accepted, kind of. And then everything just ripped, 6-7%. Somebody on Coinbase aped and wicked Bitcoin spot like $600-700, and then the thing ripped like fucking $4,000.
Woo! Cozy in spot. No, I've been trading a little bit on the Cayennes. Now that I'm
What have you been trading? Anything good?
Just perps. I'm just paying our perp market maker.
Yeah. Hey, little donation here, little donation there.
Yep. Just giving them donations. That's all. Denton, what's going on in the trenches?
There was some new launchpad I played around a little bit on. It's called Rise. It has like a price floor thing, but it's activity is very low, like relatively speaking. And there was a few memes that they're always making memes, like on Pump Fund, the regular ones, about random political shit. There was one about Claude Mythos too, but like things are dying at like 1 or 2 million max. So
That's it.
It's very dead. It's very dead.
Yeah, I saw in regards to the trenches, this isn't even really trench. It kind of graduated from the trenches a bit, but did you see this? What happened with Fartcoin? When was it? A couple days ago.
Somebody manipulated it and then made HOP have some huge position in it, and they were down a bunch. That one, right?
Yep. Fartcoin, it nuked to like 50% because these guys tried to. They built up $145 million long on Hyperliquid, but their scheme unraveled and crushed the coin in half.
Yeah, but they did it on purpose. It's insane. It's crazy that it still happens and people are still coordinating and still able to do this across, you know, a huge platform, right?
Speaking of, I know you're talking about CoreWeave earlier, but you didn't mention the Meta deal. Them and Meta have an infrastructure deal that they just increased to over 20 billion, to 21 billion.
Jesus.
Broadening their partnership to 21 billion with Core supplying dedicated cloud capacity through 2032 to power Meta's AI development using the next gen NVIDIA super chips.
Yeah, it's starting, right? It's starting. It's not ending, right? Like, oh, we're in this super cycle or whatever. Like, okay, like the bubble's bubbling, it's happening, and then there's so much money flying around. They're building or they're training these new models, new frontier models. There's still chip shortages, memory shortages, like energy still sold out, 2-3 years out in advance, like to build these data centers, build outs are sold out years in advance. It's not ending anytime soon. So like I wouldn't be shorting any of
I
the
forgot
big
who it
players.
was we were talking to, but they were like, it might have not been one of our people, it might have been one of my friends, but he was talking to some guy that works at a factory where they create like the fan blades needed for like the data center warehouses, and those
Mhm.
are even like further behind. Those are reserved like up to like the next, I think it's like 7 years or some shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
So he's like, he was actually like, he just said like he doesn't believe all the like hype that's like surrounding all this, because
Okay.
it's gonna just it's gonna like explode because of all these like shortages and people's hardware becoming outdated, and like not being able to keep up with the new hardware demand that they need to fulfill because they don't have the basic materials that they need like within their facilities to keep everything cooled and
Hmm.
that is going to keep them online. And he was like, it's either that's gonna happen, or we'll just forever be in a state of people like needing these things, and that'll be the new cycle that it keeps hardware being purchased, because every time that they're able to fulfill their orders for like new just new parts, that they need for the infrastructure building side, they're going to then be behind on the hardware side. And then once they get the new hardware, they're going, so it'll be like a
The never-ending cycle, the never-ending loop.
said it's one of the two, but right now it's like, they don't have enough, even all the way down to the fan blades. He said they don't have enough to like source right now, and they're years behind.
Yeah. So it's not over yet. The bubble's still bubbling. Like tech is just absolutely fucking ripping. It's insane. Like just even Amazon off that news like is up 30% in 11 days. It's like what the fuck, dude? Shit's trading like meme coins. It's up 30% in 11 days, and sorry, that's AMD, but all of them, they're all up. Amazon, AMD, Nvidia, all of them, they just absolutely ripped. It's insane.
Trying to pull that shit up right now.
The AMD SE, CoreWeave, AMD, Amazon. I don't know. Go through it. They're even Google just absolutely ripped from the bottom, like 270 to 315, 316. Meta ripped. Microsoft is still down from the highs. Stuff is still down. Oracle's still down from the highs. But like things like Micron, SanDisk, dude, is up like 1,000% in a little bit of time. It's bonkers. you know, like it's just not ending. And I forgot what it was. It was somebody made like a representation or like a visual. It was like Amazon's just one part of their business is worth all of AMD. No, Ellie, yeah. No, it's the alphabet. Yeah. Goog. Like just ripping, man. Ripping. And it's the 5-minute chart, but it's still insane. Like, absolutely ripping.
Oh wow.
There's a 3-hour.
AMD bags are doing good.
Look at that. Like, you know, it absolutely ripped since whatever, 25. And any dip has just been absolutely bought up.
Slurp.
Google's probably in the best position, right? Like every Google Maps, every fucking search, Waymo, everything. You know what I just saw with Waymo? Waymo and Waze, which is also Google, right? Is now sending pothole data and air like road issues live feed to San Francisco City Works to go repair fucking potholes. Auto alerting that there's a pothole, decide, you know, like the severity, and then the city goes out and builds it, fixes it. Like it's gonna get crazier, man.
I
gotta. We're gonna do Monday.
Yep.
I'm back full time Monday, so my life is back to normal after Monday, after being flipped. So, see you guys Monday.
Nice.
All right, later.
Yes.
Peace.
Tomorrow is Orthodox Easter.
Praise be to the King.